5 Best Places to Visit in Europe. With so many great options, choosing the best places to visit in Europe can be difficult. From city breaks filled with fascinating history and culture, getaways in nature among breathtaking landscapes and unique natural parks, or the best destinations for a relaxing beach holiday with the whole family. Venice, Paris and Verona are some of the most beautiful cities for a romantic holiday. Ibiza, Belgrade and Amsterdam promise the best parties and liveliest nightlife, while Riga, Florence and Vienna delight with history and art. Iceland and the Faroe Islands dazzle outdoor enthusiasts with the most beautiful sceneries, while Croatia and the Greek islands stand out for their pristine beaches and crystal clear water. Manchester and Barcelona are some of the best cities to watch a football game in Europe, and for those who want to practice sports, consider Andorra for winter sports, the Azores for watersports and Norway for scenic hikes. From the Spanish paella and the Italian pasta to the Ukrainian borscht, Europe is also a paradise for the foodies, with extraordinary and diverse gastronomy. Ready to start planning your next trip? Number 5. Rome, Italy. The capital of the Roman Empire, Rome, has thousands of years of history and culture. It is famous for its stunning architecture, with the main attractions being the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, and the Pantheon. Walking around the Eternal City is like visiting an open-air museum, and to check all of the best sights, take a city tour or a hop-on hop-off bus tour. But there's also plenty to see indoors, such as the Borghese Gallery, one of the most prestigious museums in the world. For those seeking unusual activities, check the Catacombs of Rome, the underground galleries used as a cemetery for centuries. Once the sun sets, there's still fun guaranteed in Rome, with exciting nightlife. Choose from the night tours available to explore the main attractions, embrace the culture and meet locals. Due to its location, Rome is a perfect city to establish a base and explore the rest of Italy. Number 4. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Among the most bicycle-friendly cities in Europe, the charming capital of the Netherlands, Amsterdam is famous for its canals, a fascinating architecture mixture, and great coffee shops. Immerse yourself in the city's rich culture with a visit to Anne Frank's house in the Jewish Quarter and browse through the city's best museums, such as the Van Gogh Museum or the Rijksmuseum. Taking a day trip is always a good idea, especially in a beautiful country like the Netherlands. Visit the medieval town center of Utrecht, the modern metropolis of Rotterdam, or stop by Keukenhof during the spring for a magical glimpse of the tulips fields. For a unique experience, sail through the picturesque canals on a canal cruise and marvel at the city's landmarks. Number 3. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon is one of the best places in Europe for those seeking good weather, good food, and exciting history, mixed with lively nightlife, especially at Barro Alto. Get lost in the narrow streets and charming alleys of the district of Alfama, the oldest in the city. Stop by the Sé Cathedral and admire the views from the S. Jorge Castle. For the architecture lovers, the Belém district is full of wonders, such as the Belém Tower or Jerónimo's Monastery, the most magnificent examples of Manueline style, also known as the Portuguese Late Gothic. While in Lisbon, there are plenty of incredible day trips, such as the university town of Coimbra, Aveiro, frequently labeled as the Portuguese Venice, or Fátima, the leading pilgrimage site. However, no trip to Lisbon would be complete without visiting Sintra, the fairy tale city. With enchanting woods and a charming medieval village to explore, the cherry on top is the colorful Peña Palace, one of Portugal's most renowned tourist attractions. Number 2. Paris, France. Speaking of romantic cities, Paris is a must on every couple's bucket list. But there's much more to do beyond an idyllic Seine River cruise, or watching the Eiffel Tower lit up. From the prestigious Louvre to the acclaimed d'Orsay, Paris has more museums and monuments than one can count. The city itself is a work of art, and a free walking tour or a hop-on hop-off bus tour are the best ways to explore the Arc de Triomphe, the Notre Dame, the Sacré-Cœur, and all that Paris has to offer. For those looking for some unusual things to do in Paris, the catacombs are worth a visit. And for the football lovers, don't miss the PSG Experience Stadium Tour. With plenty of day trips available, the hardest part is choosing among a delicious tasting in the Champagne region. touring the beautiful chateau of the Loire Valley, or feeling the magic at Disneyland. At nightfall, the city gets as exciting as during the day, with vibrant nightlife and many night tours to explore. Stroll through Montmartre or the Latin Quarter, grab a drink at the city's best bars or attend a show at Lido de Paris or Moulin Rouge. Number 1. Venice, Italy. Venice is definitely one of the best places in Europe for a romantic getaway, with lovely canals, hundreds of bridges and charming alleys, mixed with fascinating history, stunning architecture and a unique lifestyle. Explore St. Mark's Square, where the famous Doge's Palace is located, one of the most visited landmarks in Venice and an impressive Gothic architecture masterpiece. Next to the palace, stop by one of the most beautiful cathedrals in Europe and the most important religious site in Venice, the Basilica of San Marco, and for a glimpse of the whole Venetian lagoon, climb to the St. Mark's Campanile observation deck. Cross the Paglia Bridge to admire the iconic Bridge of Sighs, and the Rialto Bridge, the oldest and most famous in Venice, for an overview of the Grand Canal. And, of course, take a boat tour or gondola ride, for a unique viewpoint of the canals. Don't miss a chance to explore the lovely islands of Murano, the perfect place to grab a souvenir, or watch a glass-making demonstration, and Burano, famous for its colorful houses.